Because, yes, the most ardent tech cheerleaders could still make the following argument. Governments are just jealous of our power. Yes. Take note of this from the Wall Street Journal, that tech companies now account for nearly 40% of the S&P 500 and are set to end the year eclipsing 1999 when tech set a record by accounting for 37% of the stock index's value. Quote, few analysts say tech stocks are as overvalued as they were 2 decades ago, with sturdy earnings growth and near-zero interest rates justifying much of the group's recent ascent. But many investors are bracing for more volatility in a sector that has risen remarkably quickly and pulled the rest of the market along with it. Analysts estimate the tech sector's share of S&P 500 corporate profits could reach about 36% this year, FactSet data show. And the information technology sector has a price-to-earnings ratio of 28 based on the group's profits from the past year, compared with a ratio of 24 for the S&P 500. Communication services firms trade at 25 times earnings, while Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, and Alphabet have valuations in the mid-30s. Netflix's ratio is about 90, while Amazon's is roughly 130. Few analysts expect the biggest tech firms to soon be broken up, and regulatory actions are often slow to play out, but many investors think regulation could be another source of volatility in the weeks ahead. The only thing that really makes me nervous as a tech bull is the likelihood of government intervention, said Jacob Walther, chief executive of Blueprint Capital Advisors, end quote. Yes, just putting this out there as food for thought. Tech has had the wind at its back since about 2006, and I'm not saying that the sky is falling, but if the whole world is seemingly aligning to at least put some hurdles in front of tech's continued rise to dominance, at the very least, one could imagine a decade or so where acquisitions are harder to make, at the very least, as in that Japan case. Or on the outside, one can certainly increasingly imagine regulatory push for some sort of shattering and divestment of the biggest tech oligarchs on the outside. But most importantly, if the whole Western wealthy world is aligning with regulatory ideas, then the idea of creating one product or platform that can be run across the entire globe, that might truly be coming to an end. If the winds are blowing hard enough and in the same direction for long enough, only a fool fails to take notice and plan accordingly after a while.